Hello and welcome to my channel. It's the Network Specialist. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload a video. Everything I will discuss in this video will be alleged and in my very own opinion, used for entertainment purposes only. Mic check, mic check. Can someone drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me? Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me before I move along. Alrighty, thanks for that, Mama Bees. And hey, Sharon Godbolt, thank you so much for being here, sis. Hey, Mama Bees, thank you so much for being here, sis. And you guys saw the title, so let's get right on into it. I will not be here for long. Today I am very busy at work and I have not eaten lunch yet. I am currently in the process of cooking a seafood boil. So crabs, shrimps, corn, potatoes, sausage, eggs, you know the drill. So I need to get back to my seafood boil and get back to work. So I am going to start off with the interview, I'll say, that Ricky Smiley did with this young lady. Shout out to her. And let me pull it up so that you guys can see it. And once I pull it up, drop a 1 in the chat again so that I'll know that you guys can hear it.
All of that stuff, phone calls when they were sick. What should I do? Should I give them this?
You did not feel any sort of connection. You did not see anything that's like, dang, that reminds me of me, or that reminds me of my son or my daughter.
Yeah, I just thought, since I was, old,
Again, drop a
right
1 in the
before the
chat
1 year
if you can hear
anniversary
it.
of my son's death, I found out I have 5-year-old identical twin, beautiful daughters, identical twin daughters. I got a phone call from an ex-girlfriend. She went to court, found out that those identical twin daughters was not her ex-boyfriend. The whole time, here they are my biological daughter.
Let me just clear up the moment, y'all. Ricky just announced that he has surprise twins, and he just found out.
Ready for this? Been knowing them their whole life. They've been coming over to Grayson birthday parties and play dates, playing on the swing set, all of that stuff. Phone calls when they were sick. What should I do? Should I give them this?
You did not feel any sort of connection. You did not see anything that's like, dang, that reminds me of me, or that reminds me of my son or my daughter.
Yeah, I just thought, since I was, old, right before the 1 year anniversary of my son's death, I found out I have 5-year-old identical twin, beautiful daughters, identical twin daughters. I got a phone call from an ex-girlfriend. She went to court, found out that those identical twin daughters was not her ex-boyfriend. The whole time, here they are my biological daughter.
Let me just clear up the moment, y'all. Ricky just announced that he has surprise twins, and he just found out.
Ready for this? Been knowing them their whole life. They've been coming over to Grayson birthday parties and play dates, playing on the swing set, all of that stuff. Phone calls when they were sick. What should I do? Should I give them this?
You did not feel any sort of connection. You did not see anything that's like, dang, that reminds me of me, or that reminds me of my son or my daughter.
Yeah, I just thought, since I was, old, right before the 1 year anniversary of my son's death, I found out.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there. I just wanted to play it twice to make sure that you guys heard the whole entire clip. Now, just from his tone, it just seems like he's lying, allegedly. I don't know, whether this is the truth or not, but just his tone and the way he's telling his story, it sounds like he's lying. But let's go ahead and see what the gentleman has to say that, was told that these were his biological twins, but was not allowed to see them. Let's see what he has to say about the matter. Oops. Give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second, guys. I thought I had them both pulled up. And put a 1 in the chat. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure that you guys can hear it. Hmm. Can you guys hear the video? Because for some reason it stays on this page, so you can't see it, but I just want to know if you can hear it. And Sharon says, what was the connection between his grandson Grayson and the twins? I'm very confused. Okay, so you couldn't hear the video. Oh, Sharon said, okay, Mama B said no. Sharon says 1. Okay. Okay, so you guys could not hear the video of the guy speaking about what happened in this situation. We got more no's than yes, so I'm assuming that you guys couldn't hear the video. Let me see. Okay, Mama B says no. Let me stop sharing and try to reshare. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, CC.
So I'm trying to beat it. I'm trying to fight for my kids, and she just pulling them back. And it just
Give me 1 second. Let me go to the first
having
part.
her dust that. Like, I'll never get over that situation. For 5 years, man, they knew. For 5 years. The mama in on it, the grandma in on it, and the real victims are those twin girls and her oldest daughter. And he been calling her his daughter too, man. This shit's so crazy, man, but they don't understand. Man,
The one in
that
the chat, if you
situation
can hear
killed
it.
me, man. It destroyed me. It destroyed everything I had going on. Mentally, I was shot. And when I found out about them having their shit going on, that's when she started trying to pull the girls from me and trying to manipulate everybody and saying, oh, Nehemiah don't take care of his kids and all that shit like that. Her and her mama just trying to keep covering the shit up. Nehemiah, you the dad, you the dad, you the dad. Them your girls, come take care of your girls. I appreciate y'all for watching that video. It's so disgusting, it's wicked. And it triggered me, man. Like, I'll never get over that situation. For 5 years, man, they knew. For 5 years. The mama in on it, the grandma ass homegirls harassing me and got her, even her brother just passed away. That nigga just died. And before he died, he was mad at me. He was mad at me thinking I was some ain't shit nigga. And that whole time, bro, I'm like, so I'm trying to be there, I'm trying to fight for my kids, and she just pulling it back. And it just denying access and the manipulation, invite my other kids to hang out with the girls, all that. Man, that shit was so fucked up, man. That shit wild. Kill your girls. Having her dust ass homegirls harassing me and got her, even her brother.
And apparently, I believe he posted this. You can't see the whole thing, but it looks like it says Ricky is full of shit. For years, he and that child knew I wasn't the father. He and that chick knew I wasn't the father the whole time. They lied. And then he also went on to say she been his side chick since she was 17 years old, and the mama encouraged her to do it. She's 37 today, so y'all do the math. When I found out she manipulated the whole world to defend this ninja and keep their secret. He calls he even calls her first daughter his child too. Them folks had everybody thinking I wasn't shit and a deadbeat after I found out their secret. Even my own family went against me because of her lies. Wow, wow, wow. What do you guys think? Like, do you think that this guy is telling the truth, or do you think that Ricky Smiley is telling the truth? And Sandra P's Gen Extra says, I thought this was Ricky. This is the real dad. Sandra P, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just getting ready to see there is a striking resemblance, between Ricky Smiley and the alleged baby daddy. Like, honestly, I mean, no one would have been able, if she slept with both of these guys, there is no way. I mean, of course, she can go by the dates to know who she was sleeping with. But if she was sleeping with both of these gentlemen at the same time, there was no way for her to know who the baby daddy was. And I'm not trying to defend this woman, because this is horrible to think that you're a child's father on one hand, but you don't allow him to see the children on the other hand. Like, that was a very dangerous game that this young lady was playing with both of these men. But, like he said, I believe that she was doing it to protect Ricky Smiley. Because otherwise, why would she call him when the baby's sick? Why would the kids be at his house for birthday parties of other kids? So it seemed like they had a really good relationship. So I don't see this girl thinking that the baby belongs to this other gentleman, but you're spending so much time with Ricky and his family. It makes absolutely no sense. So I am absolutely, leaning towards that this guy is telling the truth, to be honest. And this story just came out like yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure. I think I seen it on yesterday, but just like Cat Williams said, Ricky Smiley is looking like he's a liar. I'm sorry, and this is allegedly, but things just aren't adding up. For 5 whole years, why was if she told this man that these were his twins, why did she not let him see the twins? It was just a back and forth game the entire time. And I'm assuming that maybe He took her to court to have visitation right with his kids after her denying him, being able to see the kids all these years. I'm thinking that maybe at some point he finally took her to court to be able to see his kids. And that's when they did the blood test. And that's when it came out that he was not the father. So, I mean, the thing about telling lies, when you tell one lies, you got to tell, so many more lies just to keep up with the first lie. And that's what, looks like, happened here. Like she started out trying to protect Ricky Smiley, and that lie snowballed. And now here we are. And these beautiful twin girls have missed out on 4 to 5 years of having a father figure in their life when both of these gentlemen, obviously would have been a part of their life. Like they would have been willing to be in their life, if Ricky Smiley was not trying to cover up a secret. And Sandra P says, does Ricky still identify as a Christian comic? Sure. What Ricky Smiley identifies as, I used to like Ricky Smiley many years ago, especially when I was in, the little small town in Georgia. There was not a lot to do. So I look forward to his morning show or whatever the case may be. But like after some previous things that he did was kind of questionable, I have not been following and keeping up with Ricky Smiley, because it just always seems like he has something to hide. So again, I have not been following up. And it was also alleged that he was seeing this girl, this young girl, while he was married as well. So the reason why they were trying to cover up the fact that those were his babies is because when he first started messing with this girl, she was 17 years old. So, you know, um, that's what it is. And I just can't imagine this girl being around, bringing the girls around, and he had no clue. He didn't think, he could have did his own math. You know what I'm saying? He didn't think, well, are you sure that these are not my babies? Like, I don't see Ricky not questioning this girl when he knew that he was messing with this girl during the time frame that these twins were conceived. I just don't see that. That's very questionable to me. And Sandra P said, okay, I don't know much about him other than churches book him. Okay, gotcha. Yes, churches book him. He has his morning show. Um, that's the same one that I believe the Brad is on. Who else is on there? Because like I said, I don't watch anymore. I think Portia was on there. I'm not sure if she came back to the show. Um, I think at some point, who else was on it? I think Tamar has made appearances on there. I'm not sure. I know he's had a long running morning show, so that's what he's the most famous for. And he's played in movies here or there. Um, Obviously he played in the movie. What's the name, guys? The one that he tried to say that he was supposed to play the pimp in the movie, but he ended up playing the Santa Claus that was a thief. So him and Cat Williams had some type of disagreement about that because Cat Williams said that he just flat out lied, you know. So, they have an ongoing beef because of the lie that, allegedly Ricky told about being, supposed to be the pimp in that movie when that role was clearly made for Cat Williams. And basically in that role, Cat Williams, he ad-libbed a whole lot and pretty much made the role his, and they allowed him to do that because he was such a good fit for that role. So, and then we all know that his son passed away Friday after next. There you go. Friday After Next, which was a very, very good movie. Okay. Um, but yeah, like these girls had to miss out on having that father figure in their life just because he wanted to go along with that lie. And I guess he could no longer go along with the lie once, the baby mom did the blood test, which was probably requested by the court. I don't think she would have did it on her own. I think that the other gentleman maybe pursued parental rights, and that's why the blood test was done. I'm assuming, but this story is very new, so I'm pretty sure I will continue to follow this story and update you guys as information come in because I want to know, and I don't have clarity why this came out. Like, was it because this young man tried to pursue, having visitation rights with his kids? Like, what made this story come out? Because I don't believe if it was up to Ricky that this story would have, come out. And for this guy to come out and speak on the issue, I'm thinking that he initiated visitation rights because the mother would not let him see the kids because, she didn't want him in their life because she knew that he wasn't the father. And I guess at some point, she knew that it would come out that Ricky was a father, so I guess she didn't want him spending time with kids that she knew was not his. Okay. But yes, Ricky Smiley and this man looks very, very similar. So this lady should have had a blood test right out the gate because she knew that she had been sleeping with both of these men who look so much alike. She should have had a blood test done right out the gate after having these babies. And they are absolutely beautiful little girls. But yeah, Ricky Smiley is trying to pretend that he just found out, and I just don't believe him. I'm sorry. He just doesn't come off as a trustworthy person sometimes, allegedly. And Sandra P says, "Thanks, Mama Bees. I couldn't remember either." Yes, I mean, just hearing the name makes me want to go back and watch that movie again because it is definitely funny. Friday After Next. And I thought, did he make another remix of that movie? Did they come out with a part two? I can't remember because, this movie was put out a long, long time ago, and I can't remember if they did a part two. I know they were talking about it, but I don't know if they ever put out a part two to that movie because I would definitely be here for it if they did. So yes, guys, put in the chat and let me know who you guys think is telling the truth. Do you think that Ricky Smiley knew that these were his twins the entire time and this guy is lying, or do you think that you know he didn't know that these were his twins? What do you guys think about this? And I know you probably just recently heard about it, but what do you guys think? Okay, and Sandra P says, I think he knew. And even when he, during that, interview when he was speaking, um, when he said that, I just found out I have new twins, it's like his voice got very, very low, like he had something to hide. Like he didn't feel comfortable. He didn't seem like he was overly ecstatic. If these girls has already been in your life to come out and announce that you found out that they're your daughters, you would think that he would be a little bit more ecstatic. I mean, this is a set of twins. You lost a son, and now you have this new set of twins. I mean, I would think that he would be a little bit more excited than he was in that interview. So it almost came off as I'm not ecstatic. I'm not excited that I just heard that I have, twin daughters who are 5 years old. I'm embarrassed because I got caught in a lie and I know that it's coming out. That's pretty much what it gave to me. He knew that he was caught in a lie, so he had to come out and say something because he just knew. I'm pretty sure behind the scenes, this man has been dragging him. So he knew this day was coming, once the blood test was done. So I felt like this interview was more so damage control, you know, and his PR team advised him to come out and make a statement. That's what I feel. But, again, as we get more information about, this ordeal, I will definitely do a follow-up video after I do a little bit more research and see if I can find out anything else. Because, like, it's just such a shame. Like the moments when, he should have been spending a lot of quality time because kids are, they're most impressionable like the first 5 years of their life. So you've missed out on 4 to 5 years trying to cover up this lie. Hey, S. Pittman, thank you so much for being here. And she said, I think he, as well as the mom of the twins, knew from the beginning. Okay, so she agrees that more than likely he knew about this set of twins. And I'm pretty sure behind the scenes, he was financially taking care of these twins. And that's another reason why this baby mom was probably keeping his secret. Because if you think about it, if he didn't know that these were his twins and she told this other gentleman that they were his twins, but he wasn't allowed to see them, who was paying child support? Like who was helping her financially with these kids? Because I'm pretty sure if he wasn't allowed to see these kids, more than likely he wasn't providing any financial assistance to this baby mom. And they had, a rocky relationship. And Sandra P says, I do also. Got it. Yes. So she agrees that he knew about these twins. And then the other thing is he was also calling her older daughter his daughter too. So if he didn't know that these was his twins, why was he, just claiming kids? It makes absolutely no sense. Hey, Nikki's News on Narcissism. Thank you so much for being here. And Sandra P said they were labeling real dad a deadbeat, yet not allowing contact. Exactly. And that's the part that seems so strange to me. If she had been letting this, man see his kids, the one that she claimed to be the father, then, it would have been something different. Then you can kind of see where, okay, I don't know who's telling the truth here. But the fact that she would not let him see these girls after telling him that they were his daughters seem a little suspect to me. And Nikki's News on Narcissism says, oh, absolutely. I think he knew as well. Exactly. And, I don't know why Ricky Smiley is trying to play in our face, but, uh-uh. I don't believe him. I do not believe him. And Sharon says, Nikki's News on Narcissism, and she's speaking. And Sharon also says that he's lying. And if this turns out to be the truth that Ricky knew that these were his babies all along and he lied about it, this is not going to look good for Ricky because, you've already been called out by Cat Williams. And one thing about Cat Williams, whatever he said when he did that interview, everything came to light, you know. So I also believe Cat Williams when he says that Ricky lied about that situation as well. And he obviously seen something that he didn't trust about Ricky, which is why he called him out on it. And him calling Ricky Smiley out when he did that interview with Shannon Sharp was a big part of that interview. Like he was not letting up on Ricky Smiley. And Mama Bees is speaking, and Nikki said we need another cat interview. Nikki, I don't know if you heard, but I want to say that Shannon Sharp, the Shay Shay show, did announce that he's doing another interview with Cat Williams, and I'm definitely here for it if he does. And Sandra said nobody sued Cat yet. That part. That part. Mm-hmm. And another thing is not only have nobody sued him, but the reason why I really believe everything that Cat Williams said is because they have been picking on that man for years because he was telling his truth and they were trying to silence him. And Nikki said, excellent. And Sharon said, Cat Williams tried to tell us he knows all the backroom dirt on the comedians. Exactly. And everything that he has said has came out one way or the other. And like Sandra P said, nobody has sued him. So it looks like that, Ricky Smiley is going to be exposed for, you know, telling another lie. And I don't believe that this is the end of this situation. I'm pretty sure this gentleman is going to come out and he's going to show some receipts of him trying to see his daughters and this baby mom, not letting him see these girls, because she knew that he wasn't the real father. And who knows, she could have even secretly had a blood test with Ricky Smiley. Who knows? But the fact that she was bringing him around the kids so that even though they couldn't reveal that he was the father, she still wanted him to be around these twin girls. So that too is very suspect. So yes, guys, we're definitely going to have to follow this story and see what else comes out because I'm pretty sure there's more. This guy is not going to stop there because you have to keep in mind this is 5 years going back and forth with this baby mom. Like, I mean, you can just hear how angry this man is. And I don't blame him because this was 5 years wasted, him reaching out to her to see his girls to no avail. So he's angry, and I'm pretty sure he's not done talking. And Mama B said a lot of people on Ricky's TV show said he was arrogant and hard to work with. Wow. Almost like what's the lady name? The lady that moved to England. What's her name? I can't think of her name. She was very close with P. Diddy. But yeah, they said the same thing about her. And I can kind of see that with Ricky Smiley. What's the lady's name I'm trying to think of? I can see her face, but I just can't think of her name at the moment. Anyway, the one that moved to England and she tried to blame it on, politics, but people think it's because she's associated with Diddy and his whole mess. Ellen DeGeneres. Thank you, Jay Rundle. You had to come out in the bushes to let me know. Thank you so much for being here, Jay Rundle, and thanks for providing that information. I knew it was on the tip of my tongue, but it just wouldn't come out. Thank you for that. And I've never seen you in the chat before, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you'll get the notifications and you'll know each and every time that I upload. And guys, that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to get back to work and I'm going to get back to preparing my crab boil so that I can eat because I haven't eaten lunch yet. So I'm going to get back to that. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this live. And if you have not done so already, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload a video. And if you're watching the replay, drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about this video. Do you think that Ricky Smiley knew about these twin girls the entire time? Do you think he just found out recently that he was the father of these girls and he never lied about that? Like, what do you think about this situation? Drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about this situation. And Jay Randall says, will do, first time here. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jay Randall. And Sharon says, enjoy your meal. I will do. Thanks so much, Sharon. And you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. And bye for now.